Hello, everyone, and welcome to Film Family. And since it's the D23 Expo right now, there's been plenty of big announcements from Disney. Arguably, the greatest announcement we've gotten is that there will be an Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show starring Ewan McGregor. So I think we're just going to talk about the things we're excited for and what we'd like to see, because there haven't been really many details about what it's going to specifically entail and be about. So, yeah, how do you guys feel about the fact that this show even exists?
For me, I'm really excited because he, to me, was one of the best things about the prequels. And I did not dislike the prequels. I'm just saying that I really liked not even the dedication. I'm gonna sound really weird saying this, but like he really tried to encompass Obi-Wan, like try to match it. You know, he like the mannerisms and all that. He really to the point, because I remember originally hearing about him being cast, and because I was a Train Spotting fan. And I was like, oh, really? And then once I started seeing him, I'm like, okay, this guy really, and so I really am excited to see this.
Ewan McGregor seems like Mark Hamill in the sense that he is a fan of what he does.
100%.
And, I don't think every Star Wars actor is Harrison Ford definitely isn't like that. So you appreciate when when an actor likes their character in the universe that they're in,
And they're fighting for him, because I think that was the whole thing. It's been a rumor for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kept it open.
It's like movies, and now it's a show. So it was like a big thing. And Ewan McGregor just seems to be happy that he finally just gets to play Obi-Wan again.
Yeah, which is...
First of all, what's D23?
D23? That's it's like Disney.
It's like Disney's Expo.
Yeah. They have their own expo?
They're Disney. They're worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, they can throw their own party anytime.
Yeah, so that's where they announced all this Marvel and Disney and Star Wars stuff.
But I mean, what would you expect the show to be about?
I think
following Obi-Wan.
The way a lot of people would describe, because again, there's no official synopsis or anything.
Yeah, but what would you like it to be about? What's a good show?
I think because when this was an idea for a movie, we want an Obi-Wan movie, it was basically like Logan and Star Wars. Okay. In the sense that Logan's very much about this bitter old man who's seen a lot, and at the end of his life, kind of in just trying to help this young person. Now, obviously, if you've seen A New Hope, you'll know that he helps Luke become everything he ends up being at the end of the trilogy. But Obi-Wan is not, he never interacts with Luke before A New Hope, so they can't show Luke.
I gotta see New Hope because I didn't even know that shit happened or that stuff happened.
Wait, what?
I might have fallen asleep.
Star Wars.
The first Star Wars.
One of the most famous
okay.
films
My bad.
ever
I
made.
thought it was one of the Disney ones that I wrote off.
No, it's called Star Wars: A New Hope.
It's called.
Okay.
It's one of the most famous
I know what you're talking about. In the
ever
beginning,
made in American cinema.
Yeah.
Yes, it's when they meet. I was saying, that's the first time they meet, when he thinks he's old man Ben Kenobi. So, they can't do anything with Luke, but I don't know what the story would be. For me, what would be interesting is just kind of developing Obi-Wan's character. I don't even need that much action or anything, and just showing him deal with the fact that his best friend has become Darth Vader and the Empire's coming around, and he has to survive.
So you want to see it take place after the Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years after wouldn't be bad to me, but for me would be interesting as to because they give the babies away to at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Luke and Leia.
But at that point, the Jedi Council's pretty much been destroyed,
yeah, exactly.
So he would be like a fugitive on the run.
Exactly. That's the whole thing with the Jedi who survived Order 66. So that would be very interesting. And Obi-Wan,
that would be a really.
I don't know if they would keep him on Tatooine the whole time, because I think people want to see exotic planets. So maybe they show what happened in the couple days or weeks before he dropped Luke off, or he just leaves the planet,
or if he's still trying to fight. If he's trying to do a rebel cause against the Empire,
it really could be a lot of things. And Obi-Wan is not like Luke Skywalker in the sense that if they made him cynical, it would ruin the character. I don't want them to Last Jedi it, where they kind of ruin Obi-Wan's character. But Obi-Wan is kind of a sad, old man by the time we meet him in A New Hope. So, I think the way that the show could work is for them going to the point where, he is in A New Hope. Because a lot of years passed between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, so obviously a lot happens.
So what's the percentage of Yoda do you think being in this?
What's the chances of it?
Because I was just thinking of that when you guys were talking.
I mean, in the Force, in a mind, maybe communication type thing could be pretty high.
Because he knew where he was.
Yeah. So they have them drop the babies off. Yeah. So I think there's
So
a
I mean, but
chance.
if it's showing him dropping the babies off, then definitely Yoda's gonna have to be involved for a little bit,
well,
or
Yoda-
like the back of his head or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with seeing Yoda in it. I don't know what type of characters they'd introduce, you know, because, like, obviously when Star Wars Rebels came out, we found out about Darth Maul, and Darth Maul is killed by Obi-Wan on Tatooine when Obi-Wan's an old man. So there's that whole plot line that we don't really know what happens.
I thought that was
20
addressed in the Clone Wars, though. What happened to Darth Maul?
Well, exactly. But I was saying it ends in Star Wars Rebels, like his storyline. Like that's when he dies, and so you know we don't really know
What's
what happened.
Star Wars Rebels?
It's a show.
It's like a
It's
show.
where like
that's
Darth Maul
continuation.
dies.
Yeah.
Is it out yet, or
It's been out.
It's been out.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Star Wars.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where can I watch this, Darth Maul?
Maybe you should buy it.
On TV.
It's not as good as the Clone Wars, but
okay.
anyway. But yeah, maybe we could see some with Obi-Wan's relationship with Darth Maul. But overall, I just think it's a show that it could be more somber and less like, oh look, it's Star Wars, spaceships and battles. It could just be more of a character show, which I'd really enjoy. So overall, I just think that's for me is the excitement. And
I don't mean to be mean, but I genuinely, what does Ewan McGregor look like right now?
he's looking
like
pretty
eight-
good.
does he look
doesn't
like
he aged?
Oh, fantastic! So it
aged
should be pretty easy then. Right?
Yeah.
And
okay.
it goes with it if he ages somewhat. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
but like
Obi-Wan
if they're
does
gonna
age.
if they're gonna pick up right after the last movie, you know,
Well, I mean, yeah,
She looks.
could be
he
a
can
couple.
play it. So
Yeah.
you won't have to do no.
Because you
weird
think about it,
CGI
and there's
stuff.
like 40 years. I could be wrong. I don't want to be wrong, but I might. I don't want to be wrong about this,
Especially
but I
Star
think
Wars.
it's 40 years in between The New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, meaning that he starts from where he looks like in Revenge of the Sith, and then he gets to like Alec Guinness with the white hair and beard in 40 years, meaning that Ewan McGregor could realistically look even older than he does now, and it would still
and
be
still
fine.
be okay.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor.
He is,
Anyway,
and
so
plus Ewan McGregor like knows how to use a lightsaber, So
Yeah.
he knows like he's
He's
ready for
committed.
all this.
He's a vet, as
Yeah,
they say.
he
so they have
trained
to have
for
some
years
action.
That
There's gotta
Mustafar.
be, there's got to be some action.
Now,
Yeah.
what do you think about overlay between the show? Because if Disney's doing it, Disney's going to probably be doing it on their streaming service.
Yeah.
It's
Disney
going to be
Plus.
very well done. Like I would say,
Yeah, high
on
budgets.
par of an HBO.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to tie into the movies? You know what I mean? Like, does he help the girl? No.
Talking about Ray?
Yeah.
This
My
is
timeline
way-
is all messed up.
timeline is
Jesus.
seven.
That's why they can't have the movies come out backwards. You know? It
Yeah,
messes
your
me up.
timeline's all jacked up. I'll help you out. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I think it'll just be about him before A New Hope and just kind of his mentality and stuff. Because, after A New Hope, after he dies, he just becomes this like, father figure to Luke kind of. So I just think it's important to develop his character. That's really all I want to see out of this show.
Yeah, I mean, I think both him and Yoda, they go down this path where they do become bitter, and they do kind of hide out and all that stuff. So it's like
Hermit.
yeah, hermit, and it'd be interesting to see
Especially
what made
Obi-Wan.
them become that way. I know that.
Especially Obi-Wan over Yoda.
Yeah,
Man lived in
Yoda.
a
Yeah, but Yoda's
planet
not
by
like bitter.
himself.
No, yeah. He's not as like angry though. Because Obi-Wan lost his best friend. And he like had to cut his limbs off and stuff. So it's clearly like it affects him.
sad.
Yeah. There's actually this video on YouTube that's really interesting. It shows like Obi-Wan kind of has PTSD from like all the stuff he's dealt with. It's pretty interesting.
I wouldn't believe it.
But yeah, anyway, I just think it'd be a good show. Hopefully, it's cool now that we get to see new planets being explored. I always loved Tatooine. I'll never get sick of it. But there's like a lot around Obi-Wan's story, and Obi-Wan's a lot of people's favorite Star Wars character, or one of their favorites. So
Would you be upset if it was a would it work as a prequel?
It's a prequel to something. It can't not be a prequel.
Of
to
course,
something.
but I mean, if it's more like before Clone Wars,
Oh no, it's not going to be before Clone Wars.
it's like you know
100%.
for a fact, or
Yeah,
you're saying it's
100%.
not possible.
No, 100%. Like it's not before Clone Wars. It's probably going to take place after Revenge of the Sith. Just like we don't know the year related, like 5 years later, a day later, 20 years later, So, yeah, overall, I think this should be a good show. It's been my favorite announcement from D23 so far, and I think it could be a really good show, just in general for them. So, yeah, and I guess that's all I have to say about it. If you're excited for the show, let us know. Let us know what you want to see about it. What kind of timeline it should tie into, and just what do you think the possibilities are with the show.
Exactly.
And what else did you like from
D23.
D23.
And will you be getting Disney Plus, by the way? Which
With the rest of the world.
yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for watching. Let us know down below and subscribe. Well, see you next time.